Everybody out there can play. The ones who stay mentally positive and who can see themselves winning are the ones who are going to be successful. Those are the golfers who are going to play the best golf year after year. Barb Mucha, LPGA Tour player. I'm Jungle Jim Hunter, and you're listening to 831 Living Your Best Life podcast, where we inspire participation, communicate precision, and empower performers to podium. And we hope you will tell your friends and relatives and those you work with to go to their favorite podcast provider or junglejimhunter.com or YouTube and subscribe, download, and listen to the podcast. And then tell us you like it or rate and review it the way you think you see it. And become an 831er, somebody who lives their best life, because we've inspired you to live your best life and help others. Well, there's 7 days to the 16th Paralympic Games, and I hope you will be watching those Paralympic Games and supporting those athletes and those sports as much as you do the Olympics. Today on Headshots, I'm going to talk about your perspective on how you see things when you make a mistake. It is so important that you maintain a positive perspective despite obstacles, opponents, or missed opportunities to overcome. You can live without other character qualities of a champion we'll talk about in this series, but you cannot make it without this one. We have heard it said by Henry Ford that whether you think you can or whether you think you can't, you're right. But the quote I like best is, "As you think in your heart, so you are." Your communication reveals your mindset, and you cannot pretend to have a positive outlook and speak or write negatively. Be positive about your team, your coaches, your children, your preparation, and the equipment that you use. Everything should only be spoken of in positive terms. Losing streaks, injuries, adversity, or even personal doubts can come, but only state the solution from a positive perspective. Overcome the tendency to go down the spiral staircase of self-doubt, pity, and pride by stating what we can do, forgetting what you can't change. "The Olympic medal was an outstanding accomplishment for our team," said Steve Janicek, "but it really didn't change my inner life one bit." Steve Janicek was the goalie for the 1980 Miracle on Ice U.S. Olympic gold medal hockey team. How do we change this overwhelming negative power with a positive one if you are susceptible to seeing things in a losing light? We all do this from time to time, especially when we get on a losing streak. The following simple steps. Number 1, remind yourself who you are. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. Nobody is junk. Everybody is valuable, and everybody has a way to contribute. Number 2, review your preparation. The evidence proves you are ready for where you are, or you wouldn't be there. Number 3, reiterate your goals. Knowing why you're there is as important as knowing who you are. And number 4, re-emphasize what success is. It's defined by what we become. What success is, the real definition, not winning, the real definition is what you have pushed through. Think about all of the things you have pushed through to get to where you are. You deserve and have the opportunity because you've prepared yourself to be in that position. It isn't what you have just done that you're doubting. John Wooden, the great UCLA Bruins 10-time NCAA basketball champion coach, said this: "Talent is God-given. Be humble. Fame is man-given. Be thankful. But conceit, which is what it is when we doubt, we start to concede. Yes, we start to believe that we can't do something because we start to decide how good we are. Conceit is self-given. Be careful." Yeah. The imagination is where it always begins, doesn't it? We see an image in our mind of what we habitually believe about ourselves, and this moves you to step 2. From your imagination, it goes to the will, and the will succumbs to doubt. And then step 3 comes. The mind is taken prisoner of your own mindset, and the only thing that will change it is wiping the hard drive clean and resetting the right one until it becomes automatic, until it becomes your first response. We all do it. I've done it. I have sabotaged my own races right in the starting gate, thinking that I made a mistake that I can't overcome. And until I learned how to have a first response of being able to change that to a positive in a split second, I always struggled. So will you. So, change it. Thank you for listening, and I hope you will have grown and will be living your best life the next time we meet. My quote for the day: perfection does not exist in human beings, but striving for it is reachable in all of us. I'm Jungle Jim Hunter, and I hope you've enjoyed this podcast of 831 Living Your Best Life.